questions for you.
Fire away.
All right. So, obviously, you have 2 boys.
I have 2 boys.
What's their names?
Brody Thomas and Brock Thomas.
How old are they?
Brody is 4. Brock is 2.
How has the kids changed your life? Like, how has having kids changed your life?
Having kids change your perspective on everything.
Okay.
You have to be selfless.
How so?
You're not thinking about yourself anymore as much.
Right.
Everything the kids dictate everything. Everything based around the kids.
Right.
Can't go here unless you figure out what the kids gonna do. Can't eat this unless you figure out what the kids gonna eat.
Right. Right.
You know?
True.
Can't just spontaneously quit your job. Gotta have a plan now. So kids, you gotta change everything. Even thinking about death. Before you like, if I die, darn. But now it's like, okay, now I need to have something in place for the kids, of course my wife, leadership, finances, everything. So everything changes. Nothing is the same. 0 is the same after kids.
Okay. So, what do you enjoy most about being a father?
Well, you get to mold a human being into what you think the correct way to be a human being is. So that's great. And being a child again. So that was like your best time ever in life as a child. So being a child again, you get to relive those moments through your kid vicariously. That's awesome.
So, are you a compassionate father?
Yes. Very. I would say very.
How so?
Especially with Brody. Especially dealing with Brody. Because you know the limitations that he has. You be compassionate about.
Why is there limitations for Brody?
Well, you know, he was born premature. He has hearing loss. He was delayed in his speech. He was delayed walking. He have difficult time doing things that I don't want to say a normal kid, but most kids. He have a difficult time doing what most kids do easy. So I have compassion for him, but I don't expect any less of him. So even though he doesn't get it right the first time, it's not accepted because the world don't care if he had difficulties or complications. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt and keep it moving.
How are you going to teach your kids to have compassion in this world?
Just to know that there's always different perspectives on things. Everyone don't see things the way you see it. Everyone has different past or backgrounds which will dictate the way they see things or act. They may not come with as much things that we have. Not that we got a lot, but people may have a more difficult upbringing. So just try not to judge as much as you can. Yeah. Don't be judgmental and just help when you can help. Even if it puts you behind or if it puts you in a difficult place, don't be afraid to help someone. Because I think helping people is like one of the biggest joys on this earth. You know, whether that's financially or time, you might have to listen to a friend, or physically helping someone move a car, or you know, whatever. But yeah.
What are some things you plan to teach your child to make, or your children to make them more well-rounded kids? What are some traits you want them to learn?
I mean, once they're of age, we're gonna hit the ground running. You know, like you know what we want to do with Christmas? you know, because they have all the toys and they're selfish as crap right now. They don't like sharing, but they're gonna learn to share when we start making them take their toys and give it to someone who's less fortunate. So that's one thing. It's teaching them to be men, you know. I think the trait of being a man is diminished over the years. So just do what men's supposed to be. Chivalry is not dead. I ask my wife most of the time. Be honest. That's why we try to be as open as we can be right now for what their age will allow. You know, I don't want to throw no devastating news on them at this early age, but just being open with them and keeping them honest.
Okay. What are some traditions you want to create with your kids that they will remember when they grow up?
Just like I said, with the helping people, you know, I want them to continue to help people and figure out the real joys in life versus material things, you know, because, I mean, once you die, cell phone don't mean nothing. Jordans don't mean anything. Whatever money you had, it may mean something to somebody else, but to you, that don't mean nothing no more. So get them to realize the real gifts of life. You know, friendship, family, respect, you know, that type of thing. The intangibles.
So, was your father in your life?
Yes, my father was in my life. He is in my life. My father and my mother, I think they split up when I was like 2, somewhere around that age, but he was around, you know.
Okay. What did you learn from your father?
Because I didn't live with my father, you know, the day-to-day things you should learn, I kind of picked up from my older brother. So in a sense, he's partially father too. But I picked up most of the day-to-day learnings from my brother and my stepfather. You know, I learned a whole different perspective when he came. I think I was like 8, 9. I can't remember, something like that. But yeah, and my pops, you know, like I always say, my pop was a superhero to me, man. He still now, he like Superman to me. That's what I learned from my pops. Sports, competition, hard work. That's what I learned from my pops.
Anything you wish you would have learned from your dad that you didn't learn?
Yeah, I wish my pops would have showed me how to tie a tie. I wish he would have showed me how to iron clothes. I wish he would have showed me, you know, just stuff, you know, like I said, the regular stuff that I learned from my brother. It would have been nice to learn that from my pops, you know. Looking back on it, you know, back then, whatever. But, yeah. You know, I worked with my pops when I was in college. And I had a job with my pops. He got me a job where he worked. And he was showing me how to put the crown molding on the wall or whatever. And he was showing me, but I'm like, yeah, you know, I ain't saying that, you know, we ain't the emotional type like that. But I was like, yeah, this is how it's supposed to be right here. You know, my pop showing me how to do stuff. But yeah, that was cool. I wish I could learn more from it, but I mean, I got out of it what I was supposed to. Fathers, be in your kid's life. Even if you don't get along with the mother, definitely be in your kid's life. You know, because you're missing out on a lot if you're not. Best joy of my life, having kids. They get on my nerves every day, and I love it.